I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you in the hot seat, it's times two. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hook up just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe and that like button too. I heard they want the news.
Yo, what is up? What is up? It's me, it's Keen. We're back. We're in the building with another 7,200 second podcast. And y'all know, guys, with me, we got the hard working man on the network. We got Coach Donte in the building. What's going on, Coach?
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I don't know why I always have my mic muted like that. My bad. I keep forgetting. But another Tuesday night. I see my goddamn fave in the building. Shout out to you. See everybody in the building. I'm ready to get it going. Let's get it going.
No doubt. And we got my other guy. We got the Philly talk with Robert. What's going on, Robert?
What's good? What's good?
And we can't forget about Tayrock talking sports. What's going on, Tayrock? What another wild and crazy conference championship games. I think this was the best postseason so far in sports history. In football, I think this is the greatest postseason ever. But let's get into it. I know we got to get into Tayrock. I know, but we're not going to start with the NFC first. We're going to definitely
I know, it's fine. Listen, it's all good. I'm with whatever we start with, I'm good with. It don't matter. It's all, listen, it happens. You can't win them all.
So we're going to start with the AFC. We got the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. And Cincinnati Bengals pulled off the upset of the century, y'all. No Mahomes, no Brady, no Rodgers.
Yo,
no
shout out to
Big
Digital
Ben.
Price in the chat, man.
What's going on? No
Good
Big
shit.
Ben
Good shit.
in the playoffs. What? Some new people is about to get a championship. But
Shit.
they get it done. What was it? 27-24 was the final score, I believe it was.
Yeah, 27-24. Oh my.
What was it? 24-27?
Yeah, on a bio game winning field goal in overtime.
And OT at that. Donte, what happened to this game?
What happened to this game? Got to give credit to this coaching staff, the defensive coordinators for the Cincinnati Bengals. They made some adjustments in the third quarter after it was looking like a runaway in the first half of the game. They found a way to neutralize, have like Patrick Mahomes, like all teams were doing this season. They were just a better team this year. They were just a better team Sunday. And you just got to basically give credit to Joe Burrow from getting out of a couple sacks that Chris Jones did have. He did get up out of those. Somebody else was stepping up. Jamar Chase caught a big touchdown pass to tie the game up. But the biggest play of the game to me was Kansas City is driving down the field at halftime. They stopped They stop Kansas City getting in the end zone before halftime. Eli Apple makes a great tackle on Tyreek Hill in space for stopping him from getting in the end zone. Because at that time, that score would have been 28-3 if Tyreek Hill gets in the end zone at that point of time. Then you're probably talking about a different ball game. You're talking about Kansas City winning this game. But I mean, give credit to this defense, this secondary, how they played in the last 2 minutes in the quarter, not letting Patrick Mahomes get in the end zone. Give credit to this defensive line, how they were getting to Patrick Mahomes. Just give Cincinnati credit, man. They were the better team. And, just give them credit. I mean, Kansas City Chiefs still a great team. They get that 4 times in a row. So, again, the AFC still going to go through Kansas City. But now we got to see it. We're going to see. I'm so happy for Joe Burrow and this young team and this organization putting the pieces around this Joe Burrow, putting receivers. That's why drafting important and free agency important. And, the Cincinnati and the coaching, Zach Taylor, give them credit too. You got it. It takes time. It takes time for a first-year head coach. It takes time for everything to grow together. Nobody know who Zach Taylor was when they first got him. But give this guy some credit and the organization for building this young team up, going out there, drafting well in free agency, and getting the pieces for this young team. And I'm so happy about this young team. I mean, they were just a better team, no doubt about that.
Robert, what was the turning point for this game for you?
But before that, hey, Eagles, actually take notes of what the Bengals are doing. But in all seriousness, I think that interception was that off of Tyreek Hill, if I'm not mistaken? But I think for me, I think that was the big point of the turning point thing. But I think it's the adjustments that the Bengals made in the second half, because obviously they were going to the locker room down 2 scores, and then basically it was basically all downhill from there for to Kansas City. And look, Kansas City's still a good team, but at that point in time, like Coach Donte said, Zach Taylor, no one knows who the guy was, came in 2019, kind of start putting pieces around. And unlike us, on the other hand, to kind of make that comparison, it's not like it's not instant mashed potatoes, it's not grits, it's not oatmeal, it's not rice. It's not instant. It's not that. And this is why I think I like this. This is why I think the Bengals were patient as soon as Zach Taylor came into that franchise in 2019. I was like, okay, so obviously Joe Burrow going in, obviously in year 2, coming off that nasty ACL injury. Now you have a decent O-line, which I think they should improve in the free agency and in the draft too at the same time. Got your number 1 wideout in Jamar Chase, which I'll hold my hand up. I was very critical of that pick. So why not go for Penei Sewell? But then again, it didn't really come back to bite them, but it just made Joe Burrow and this is why I think Joe Burrow, and I said this too a couple of times. It's like Joe Burrow is a special breed of a quarterback, because this dude has ice in his veins, and you can see it. Like, he doesn't show like that fear, that nervousness of a year 2 quarterback going to the playoffs and gets a powerhouse like Kansas City. Obviously, we all know about Eli Apple, and people call him like the bust of his draft class, but in that game, I didn't look at Eli Apple didn't play like a bust. Obviously, that stop at the goal line before halftime, like that was another big play to help kind of get Cincinnati right back into it. Then obviously McPherson with the game-winning field goal in overtime. I mean, it's pretty much simple as that. There's a lot of good things that went in the way of Cincinnati.
Tayrock, Cincinnati. I know you've been giving them hell all year. You've been giving them hell all year. Is it changed my net?
Listen, like I said, anybody can have one good year. It's about sustaining that success. Once you have that, then I can't say anything. But for the most part, before I start giving him compliments, we're not going to start calling him Joe Cool. You're not Joe Montana. You have not won 4 Super Bowls in a row. We're not going to do that. We're not going to start calling him Joe Cool. I'm sorry, that is not his nickname. Joe Montana did not give him that name. He did not let him adopt that name. He could be Joe Bank, Jackpot Joe, they could call him that. But he can't have the name Joe. Now, only way I'll give him the name Joe Cool when he win two of them. If he win two, I'll give him the name. But like I said, they had a real great season this year. I did say first if they make it to the AFC Championship, I was going to give them their respect, which I did. They got my respect, but they have to have multiple good years for me to say they the real deal. Because you got to think about it. You know how many times the Bills had great seasons but never won it 4 times in a row. They had great seasons. Do you call them the real deal? You could call them that, but really can't because they always making it and always losing. But for the most part, the positives. Yeah, I'm saying like Coach Donte was saying, Zach Taylor put a great team together. Nobody really knew who he was. To me, I feel like Jamar Chase is the number 2, even though he gets a lot of attention. Because I feel like T. Higgins is a little bit better because he comes across the middle a little bit more, and he takes the harder catches. Because you believe it or not, Jamar Chase, a lot of his big plays is really on really go routes. But he can break tackles. But I feel like T. Higgins just a little bit slighter better. Maybe Jamar Chase might be better than him because he'll probably have another full season under his belt. But congratulations to the Bengals, though. I just wish it could have been a rematch between us. But I like Joe Burrow. He a great quarterback. I feel like the Bengals are going to be a tough team from years to come. Kansas City doesn't run the AFC anymore. You can see they can be beat. I'm not saying they're not at the top of the AFC. I just don't feel like they're running it no more because they've been beat. So you can have the LA Rams. Anybody worrying about them? But that's where I'm at with it. Congratulations, you know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying about the Chiefs, they're going to have to fix their defense. They're going to do something because people watch that formula. How to beat the Chiefs, they're going to use it.
Oh, definitely. And not to mention, too, like California, what the hell are you overcharging for Super Bowl tickets? Almost 40 who drops 40K on a Super Bowl ticket? Like, you can use that for a goddamn car. Holy shit.
The first one I saw was 5 stacks. That's somebody's savings. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that who we picking.
Yikes.
We're going to get into that who we picking. I was about to say, so is teams now up to Mahomes and know what he's capable of doing now? And have they caught up to him, Donte?
I think. Oh, all right. Well,
yeah, they've been caught up to him since the regular season. They've been caught up to him. They've been really caught up to him. I mean, he's just such a great quarterback, man. He can figure it out easily, but they've been caught up to him. They starting to make him work a little bit more. They started to take away some of those deep routes that they've been running because most of their big plays are deep routes, and they're starting to play a lot of zone coverages against these guys to keep everything in front of these guys and limit the big plays. That's what the Bengals did a lot in this second half. They limit the big plays. They put pressure on Joe Burrow. They were able to get to Joe Burrow, and like I said again, number 91. Hendrickson was dominant all game long. They really don't run the ball like that. So again, hey, that can be coming in the results of stopping Joe Burrow. They really don't actually run the ball too much, more that they should be running the ball. They actually a throw heavy team, so that would kind of makes it easier. That would make them look one-dimensional team, even though Jared McKinnon didn't kind of help them out in the run game a little bit more, but he didn't get the carries. He didn't get a lot of those carries. When they did get carries, they run the ball very well, but they just such a throwing heavy offense, and the team is built around Patrick Mahomes. Got a lot of throwing opportunities, and you got a lot of defensive coordinators game planning for that. So again, I thought they've been in the regular season started knowing how Patrick Mahomes played and the Chiefs played. And it'll be interesting offseason to see what the Chiefs do. Will they get another receiver in the draft? How they going to address the free agent market or get more offensive linemen? We're gonna see.
That is ridiculous. The cheapest seat is $4,500. The highest is $13.
Thank God, but hey, Keith, thank God you and I. Thank God, you and Tayrock live on the East Coast.
Holy
shit,
I want to
man.
watch that at home. Free $99 is for me. Free
Yep.
99. Free 99.
But
If you
yeah,
want to
and
have
this
a
is why
party and you want to charge people at the door $10, that's look. But free 99 is for me. But so Tayrock, when it went to overtime, did you like, oh no, Mahomes is going to strike again?
No, I said, oh no. I said when once they went in overtime, I said, oh no, the Chiefs going to lose because I felt like the Chiefs had too many opportunities to win that game and they just couldn't capitalize. And I felt like you keep giving the Chargers, the Bengals, more and more time, they're gonna find a way to beat you because they're not the Bengals of old. That's one thing I can say. They are not the Bengals of old. That's one thing I can say. Like I said, I'm not gonna call them the real deal yet, but they have my respect. But they're not. I can say they're not the Bengals of the old. I said if this game goes into overtime, the Bengals are going to win this game, and exactly what happened. What's up, Max coverage?
And that's the thing too.
What
Is
up,
like,
Max?
I think everybody knows that you can catch up to Mahomes. Like Donte said, a lot of people, when Hendricks is signed with the Bengals, a lot of people criticize that. But the defensive coordinator, I mean, you saw a couple blitz plays too. I mean, they did limit like the big plays. Hell, even though Mahomes is good in the pocket and sometimes he's good out of the pocket too, they made him that out of the pocket a living hell for him because like he shouldn't like making throws that he shouldn't. Most times he could make, sometimes he doesn't. But obviously the way that they blitzed with that front four, I mean, it's just like they played great all around great defense against the Kansas City Chiefs. And at this point, I mean, we all knew someone's going to beat them, and obviously the Bengals did that at the. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. Because like I said this too, like any team is beatable. Know how stacked you are, any team can beat you. And we saw that in overtime with the Bengals and the Chiefs. Obviously, Bengals winning by a field goal. Like, obviously, I know it wasn't a slow start for the Bengals in the first half, but once they get started in that second half, like that, the Bengals it's a hard team to stop when they play great defense. And like Jake said, KC has a suspect defense. Because the only decent guy they have on that line is goddamn Melvin Ingram the third, basically.
No, what I
Ingram and Chris Jones.
Yeah, but definitely the Bengals put the I give shout out to the Bengals secondary. They didn't let Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes ran out. Mahomes couldn't find nobody to throw to, and the secondary stuck to them receivers. That's how they got them crucial sacks. It was because he couldn't find nobody open. So I think teams are starting to figure out Mahomes. They definitely got to up their defense. Tyrann Mathieu may not be there next year. I believe he may be a free agent. They definitely got to work on that defense. We already know you got the quarterback, you got the running game, and Edward Hilaire. You already got Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. I think they need to beef up the defense a little bit. And I think teams are going to start to definitely figure out Mahomes. So we all know that Kansas City is going to be sitting on at home for once. And Cincinnati is going to move on to the Super Bowl. Now we got to go get to this NFC Championship game. I know against Tayrock's 49ers against LA Rams. Tayrock, what happened to you?
I'm about to tell you where this game changed. When we stopped them on 4th and 1 and couldn't score after that, that's when the Rams got the momentum back because we had just like you said when we was in the group chat, keep the foot on the neck. I don't know what kind of play calling Kyle Shanahan was doing. You should have known. This is the third time you're playing against this team in one season. It's your third time. It's very hard to do that. They came to play. That was the first time I've seen the Rams get physical with us, and I was liking the game because it was getting physical. Even though Aaron Donald didn't even have a real big game, but he had a nice little thing at the end of the game. I felt like this. When we got the ball back with like a minute and something left, and when it was 17-17. And then they got the ball back and kicked the field goal. We had a chance to go down the field and win this game. I kept saying the defense is not going to be able to bail y'all out every time. The offense is going to have to do something. Kittle got a touchdown. Debo got a touchdown. Boom. Other people I felt like should have stepped up. The defense was tired because they stayed on the field too long. The time of possession and this, the Rams won. I got to give respect to the Rams. They beat us fair and square after like 30 tries. Now I could call it a baby rivalry because they only beat us once out of 6 tries. You know what I'm saying? Because the real rivalry is Seattle and 49ers because we go back and forth. The Rams finally just beat us, so I'm not even going to trip. They got they one little, you know what I'm saying, win over us right now. It's when it mattered though. But I can say that overall the defense played their part. It was just the offense. And just like we said before, it felt like where we messed up at, first of all, the first play of the game, Deebo Samuel's in the backfield. They knew it was going to him. So why wouldn't you fake it and do like a play action pass because they know they was going to get to him? If I was Kyle, okay, I'm gonna put Deebo in the backfield, but I'm gonna pass it first just to see. And then the pass he overthrown Kittle, that messed up again. Jimmy G was missing a couple passes that he could easily make. They could easily make. Then the run game wasn't that really successful like that. It worked out a little bit, but for the most part, I could say the Rams had a good game plan and they used it. They took a play out of our playbook and they beat us fair and square, and that's just all to it. I'm saying, do I still believe in Jimmy G? Yeah, I do, but he's not going to be there. And what I'm hearing is he might go to the Packers. If we get Aaron Rodgers, I'm claiming Super Bowl. If we get him, I'm claiming Super Bowl because with that offense and then a better quarterback at that, them passes Jimmy missed, Aaron would have made. Aaron would have made.
Plus Tayrock too. You're also bringing Aaron Rodgers home.
He want to come home.
Think about that.
He would have been here already if they didn't block this in the draft. He would have already been here. We probably have been sitting here about to play the Bengals now. If it wasn't for that, that's just like how the NBA blocked that Chris Paul trade when he went to go play with Kobe. I feel like the NFL and Green Bay knew if Aaron Rodgers came to San Fran, they knew 9 times out of 10 Aaron was going to get his second Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. I feel like if Aaron comes off a trade, he's going to try to find a way to get Adams over there. I'll give up Ayuk for Adams. I will give up Ayuk for Adams. I will give up Ayuk. I will give up Ayuk and another wide receiver for Adams, even though it's probably going to take more than that. But I will give Ayuk and somebody else about keep Deebo and Adams 2 number ones on one, and with Aaron Rodgers, and then we can sustain that run game and get some younger linemen in the draft. What? Oh,
and y'all still got Trey Sermon. Y'all got to run it. Y'all got to use.
I got to officially do something real quick before we do it.
Key. So next season, Tyrann Mathieu is a free agent.
Damn.
Tayrock.
Good shit.
Tayrock talking sports shirt.
So Tyrann Mathieu, like he said, he did sign a 3-year, $42 million contract, and his contract has ran up after the end of this season. So he is a free agent at the time we're streaming.
All right, so Kyle Shanahan now has allowed the largest comeback in Super Bowl history when he was with Atlanta, 28-3. The largest fourth quarter comeback in the Super Bowl. And the largest fourth quarter comeback in the NFC Championship game. Now, Robert, my question to you, is Shanahan on the hot seat?
I don't think so. I think, and look, I don't think Shanahan should be on the hot seat. I do think he's a great coach for San Francisco. Because let's say they do fire him. That's going to screw everything up. Like, everything's pretty much going on.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. He's going to be on the hot seat, and I'm going to tell you why. Because every time we get into a second half and we get a lead, he gets very conservative. I feel like he didn't talk to John Gruden. If you notice, remember that Detroit game, the first game, throwing them out, got conservative in the second half. Detroit almost came back and beat us. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like we got to play from behind for Kyle Shanahan to coach right. For somehow, every time we play from behind, all the games we won from playing behind, we played tougher. We moved the ball more. Kyle Shanahan was calling. I'm saying, coaching better play calls. But it's like when we're ahead, I don't know what goes through his mind. Like it seems like when we're ahead, you want to throw the ball 30 times when we're ahead. It's a clock management, and the crazy part about it. The whole NFC Championship, I'm calling plays that will basically work. I called like 3 plays. I called the play when he overthrew George Kittle. I said they need to give it to Kittle up the middle, missed it. I called the play when he threw the touchdown, and I called the play when they gave it to Debo. I said what they did was Elijah Mitchell did not get the ball enough. Debo, y'all cannot keep using Debo as a running back. Y'all give him at least 3 to 4 carries out of a game, and that's it.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like, and you saw it against the Packers. Like they gassed him out, and this is why at times too is just like, I don't know. It's just weird. And speaking of Taylor, you and me can attest to this too. Like this is how we used to play the goddamn regular season. We play like shit in the first half, and we play from behind. That's like there's kind of the similarities. Like we've been there, so we know what that's like. Unfortunately, it was not the best thing, but shit. It just made me and Key and Donte lose brain cells after that shit.
Go ahead, Mr. Stephen A. Donte.
Oh my god,
Donte. So, if the Rams would have lost this game, would you blame it on McVay?
Yup, because
Absolutely.
10 minutes. You had no timeouts within 10 minutes of the game, and 2 challenges you shouldn't even challenge. They were no brainers. That was not a first down. Well, after you stop it, actually got stuff. I don't know why he challenged that. You know damn well that wasn't no first down. Then a fumble. Why would you challenge that fumble when it's clearly, when he clearly did not even fumble the ball? He did not even fumble the ball. So you had no timeouts and you didn't challenge it. But again, I'm gonna go back to the 49ers. And I said that in the pregame show that morning. You use Deebo Samuel in the backfield. I know George Kittle got a touchdown, but you use him in the backfield. You know why George Kittle is not getting the ball a lot more? Because he's getting double teamed. So when you use Deebo Samuel in the backfield, they're going to go one-on-one with Ayuk and Jawan Jennings, and they're going to take away Kittle. So you're using him in the backfield too much instead of using him as a receiver. That way you can take that double off Kittle, and Kittle can get off a little more with Deebo Samuel. So again, I said that morning, and that's exactly what.
And plus, you still got a stud rookie running back in Elijah Mitchell, which number one, they should be starting getting him
a run too, though, and he didn't get a lot of carries.
Wasn't Raheem Mostert activated? Did y'all use him at all? Did he run it off?
I don't think he was nowhere to be found.
No,
he wasn't activated. He just got off of crutches. He just started walking. He wasn't coming back just yet. Because I got him on Instagram, and I be looking at his videos. He just got off of crutches, so he really just walking for real. You know what I'm saying? So I think in the off season, if he does come back, I feel like I wouldn't use him in the preseason because he's starting to be hurt too much now. Like I would just keep him and get him ready for the
just
regular
let him heal up until the regular season.
Freeze between Elijah Mitchell and Raheem Mostert, because I don't know what's going on with Trey Sermon right now. I haven't heard anything. I just look at this. If we do have Trey Lance as quarterback, he has a lot to prove because you gave up all that collateral for him, and if he comes out and stinks it up for the first 2 years, it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us because there is no way we made it to the NFC Championship 2 times out of 3 years and then just go back to the bottom of the barrel. San Francisco, no, we're not built like that. We're built to. Everybody has bad seasons. Everybody don't have a great season every year. You ain't Tom Brady and the Patriots. You just got to go to playoffs every year. Like he's not even in the league no more, so we ain't got to really worry about that.
Those quarterbacks are done for. It's a whole new generation now.
So
Shit, that's crazy to think it.
Yeah. So for the
it was basically an easy game plan for the Rams. I mean, it wasn't. I'm not gonna say easy, but. Again.
But it's like this, and Tayrock Hitter said it too, and Key too. It's hard to beat a team 3 times Twice, yes,
They was
but the way that
they was beating them. That's the thing. I don't
and
understand
with the
why.
I think the Rams kind of game planned to what the 49ers were going to do, and it's shown. But and like Donte said too, like if the Rams lost the game, I'm still putting Sean McVay on the hot seat. Number one, should not be way of blowing your timeouts with with a little bit over 10 minutes left in the game. That's bad clock management. Number two, it's just horrible challenge. Like why? Like you pretty much lost 2 timeouts on bad challenges.
I look at it like this: once we stopped them and had the lead, when they had 4th and 1, and we stopped them, we should have been able to score. And even if we would have got 3 points out of that and would have made it to 20, they would have had to kick the field goal. We'd have won in the overtime. But whatever that, like I said, when we got the ball back, whatever that play calling was on that last drive, for some odd reason, 4th quarter drives, Jimmy, for some, like 2 minutes left, Jimmy found a way, some type of way to get up on the field. But whatever they was calling, it was pissing me off. So I'm like, why are y'all calling these plays? First of all, it was 2 plays on that drive where Kittle was wide open. Wide open. I mean, wide open. Jennings was open. Like Garoppolo. Matter of fact, it was a pass to the outside. Jennings was behind the DBs. Why are you throwing it short? If he would have caught. If Jennings, if he'd have kept on running and threw the ball over the top, Jennings was by himself. He would have scored a down. That would have been game. But no, he want to be conservative and throw it short. Sometimes when Jimmy gets pressure, he folds. I'm sorry. I got to be like, Tio, that's my quarterback, though. But he folds. Sometimes he just folds. But I feel like wherever he go, I feel like I still want him to have a great career. You know what I'm saying? He did take us to a Super Bowl, brought us back to the NFC Championship. So I can't say he had a bad career with the 49ers because I'm saying for one part,
he had bad luck.
Yeah, basically, you know what I'm saying? He's been to the Super Bowl.
And look, I don't think Garoppolo's that bad of a quarterback. He's very serviceable. I think he could be good for any team. Let's be real. Like, say if he goes to the Broncos, like he could probably make that team a whole lot better than because let's be real. Drew Lock ain't in it for the Broncos. Colts, who knows what's going on with them? The fact they're not going to be committed on Carson Wentz once his contract runs out. But that's here nor there. But let's see. I really can't hate it on Jimmy G, despite the fact he had a torn labrum in his shoulder. He had a thumb issue. Like no one can.
Jimmy was hurting after that game.
Yeah, dude.
Williams was hurt. Like I line with we intact. Like when you play the Rams front four, you have to have a healthy O line.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Trent was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Garoppolo was injured. Debo was banged up. Elijah Mitchell was just coming back. So it wasn't like we was there, but we wasn't 100% healthy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if Debo wasn't burnt out from that Green Bay game, he probably would have been a little bit more.
And let him burn too. Like why? And here's the thing too, because because the fact that isn't Nathaniel Hackett with Denver right now? Did he get hired as Nathaniel Hackett's the head coach of Denver? Where did Nathaniel Hackett?
Hackett was at Denver.
And this is the thing too. Like obviously, why would Rodgers want to go to Denver? Because I don't think he even liked Nathaniel Hackett. If I'm not mistaken,
I think his coordinators were cool. I don't think him and LaFleur got along.
Okay, because see, that's the thing is like. What can if you're going to acquire Rodgers, I don't know what Denver has to offer in order to get him because they really don't have anything.
They got an okay team. I mean, Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler.
Yeah, Sutton. Hamler's been hurt. And we still got Jerry Jeudy. I mean,
going to no young. He going to a team that can win now, like a Super Bowl team that can win now. There's only a select few teams that's like.
I know the 49ers is one of them because the way that they're built is.
Defense for him over there. If you put almost any good quarterback that's a little bit better than you put Matt Stafford over there, that's a different team.
I mean, we see
like you put
this. Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, I would even take Deshaun Watson. I take Watson.
Dude, freaking Watson would be like a multiple Pro Bowler with the 49 if he got to the 49ers.
Watson with that's the perfect quarterback for Shanahan, other than Aaron Rodgers, because a mobile quarterback with that offense, Debo ain't got to be in the backfield like that because Watson can run.
Yeah,
Matt said it was Rodgers and the GM that didn't see eye to eye. Okay.
which makes sense.
My thing is,
That would make sense. He didn't give him nothing. They went out
Yeah.
in the draft and
The
did
only thing
nothing
to
for
hear
Aaron Rodgers.
that Rodgers had was Devontae Adams. And the fact they went to go get Jordan Love in the draft, which, number one, that was a big mistake. We saw that once before. And that was Rodgers when Brett Favre was still there back in the early 2000s. And it's like history repeating itself. And this is why I have a feeling Aaron Rodgers is going to be successful elsewhere. And we all know that it's like, there's like Tayrock said, there's a very few select teams that can offer for Aaron Rodgers services. I know that 49ers can, and this is why, as I say, if the 49ers do get Rodgers, I think that's going to really help Trey Lance in his development if he's set behind Rodgers and kind of learn probably from one of the best. I mean, say what you want about how he acts, but you can't deny that he's probably one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game of football. Like
Aaron, for a while, he turn.
Yeah, Aaron did sit a while under Brett Favre. He sat for some years.
Yeah, it was like 2-3 years, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's what made him the Aaron Rodgers of today. He got to sit back and watch how the games and slow the game down. And he learned different packages. I'm saying, right, the defense better. When you sit back behind a Pro Bowl legend quarterback, you can learn a lot. Even though Jimmy did, he learned some stuff because he was able to bring that over to San Fran. And like I said, we went to the Super Bowl and NFC Championship and all that. But that learning experience under Tom Brady's, that's what helped us get us there in the first place. For real.
If that's true, I mean, the GM needs to find a way to keep other. I don't see. That's interesting, but I have a feeling him and Devontae Adams are going to go. Let's say if the GM doesn't want to make the right moves.
I'll take Russ too. I'll take Russ.
But and this is what, and look, I like Russ, but man, his wife Sierra needs to let him decide where he wants to go. Like that's kind of ridiculous. Like, number one, it's like, Larry, you're gonna have to let your own wife choose your decisions for you. She's like, come on now. But
I won't know what's going on with my team after this Super Bowl, so I'm just in the win with it right now. I know in the draft.
At least joining me, Coach Donte, and Key on the couch.
Bring the snacks. Bring the snacks. But no, the Rams and Cincinnati definitely.
That's gonna be very entertaining.
Even though the Rams, the last time they went, they had Jared Goff. So this is why I say it's a now or never. It's a bust or a championship for the Rams.
Matt Stafford.
But this Super Bowl is definitely going to be interesting. The halftime show is going to be lit. This game.
Oh, absolutely.
We got
SU versus Georgia.
Right. And it's funny because they're in Soul 5, but the Rams or
the away team, which is
the Rams or the
God, I got to fix up my thumbnail. God damn it.
The Rams are the visiting team. I'm sure y'all probably can't pick anything yet, but I'm going to ask Donte, who you got and what's the key to this game?
It's tough, but you know what? I want Matthew Stafford to win the Super Bowl. I know Joe Burrow is young, and I wouldn't be mad if they win, but I want Matthew Stafford to win because people don't respect Matthew Stafford as a quarterback enough to know how long he's been in Detroit. And
it's been at least 13 years.
He really didn't have any type of weapons. The organization really haven't done nothing for him. And it's a reason why that organization is bad. You have two of your top Hall of Famers.
Already don't like in the organization as it is.
Franchise guys retire
in their primes.
Go somewhere else and have an opportunity to win, and Detroit wouldn't let them go. That's how bad the organization was. And you mean to tell me Matt Stafford is a bad quarterback when you threw over 4,000 yards consistently, and you have
like for over a handful
5,000 yard seasons?
Yeah, that's oh shit.
You tell me that's a bad quarterback. That's a bad. quarterback.
That's just a bad ownership.
Inconsistent because you don't have the weapons around you. Had Galladay that can't stay healthy. I mean, again.
You had a great second. You had a decent secondary and a good corner in Darius Slay, and we picked him up. We saw him away from Detroit. So I mean, it shows. And for me, as much as I want to say Cincinnati, but I do want to see, I'm going to go with the Rams because, like Donte said, and like I said too, like Matt Stafford has been in the league for 13 years. Majority of that was in Detroit. And the fact that he was consistent, throwing 4,000 or 5,000 yard seasons, but the front office and the ownership, the Ford family doesn't want to help Matthew Stafford get the weapons to, be where he is now. It kind of showed like, and it kind of, if I'm Matthew, in the way that I saw how Matthew Stafford looked, it's like, shit, even myself, I didn't even think he was a bad quarterback. I think he was still solid, but the team was absolute trash. I mean, we saw it in the history, obviously, that the two of the top Hall of Fame, caliber players, obviously Barry Sanders and Megatron, retired during their primes and showed that, and even let him burn too. Even OBJ, like it's like some of these players, it's like think they're all washed up, and when in reality, it's just like certain other players that makes them kind of hold them back. We saw OBJ kind of go off against the 49ers, and we saw what Matthew Stafford, what is he, like 34, 35? Mm-hmm. How old was Matthew Stafford?
He's somewhere around there.
God damn. But all in all, I'm going to go with the Rams, even though I do like what Cincinnati does. But I mean, it's really hard to tell because it could be anybody's game because it's going to be very evenly matched. So right now, for me, I'm going to go with the Rams, but who knows in this game?
Tayrock, who you got?
I'm going with the NFC. Matt Stafford, 33. I'm going with the NFC West. I said that. I said they beat my 49ers. I'm going with the NFC West. I'm going with the best division in the league.
Probably one of the toughest ones, that too.
And I think the Bengals, they had the Bengals as the underdogs. Am I correct?
My thing is, I don't understand how the Rams are in the Super Bowl, but that's going, you know what? Just for making the Rams the away team, they're going to beat the Bengals. Just for the disrespect they have at their own home. The disrespect that they're having at their own home, in their own stadium,
that's crazy.
The reason why they gonna have it, they got a chip on their shoulder, and the way Aaron Donald looked when he huddled his guys up, he wants this ring. I'm sorry, okay, I know everybody talking about OBJ and Matt Stafford, Aaron, and I want Matt Stafford to get his, but Aaron Donald,
he probably wants it more.
He wants that because out of all the times we played, I've never seen Aaron Donald grab his players like that and get on them like that.
Fire on their asses, and that's just why I think that's why Aaron Donald's a 4-time captain for a reason. And the fact that he's almost pretty much an 8-time Pro Bowler, and if he can get another the fact that he's already Aaron Donald's going to be making history, being up with some like probably one of the different players in like different eras, like the most Pro Bowl selections in consecutive seasons. Which, let's be real, I think he's going to get past that. I really truly do. And like Tayrock said, look, we all want to see what OBJ and Matt Stafford want to get a ring, but the way that Aaron Donald wants it, like he's hungry to get at that ring, and and that's another good point too. And I saw that too, like. Rams were having a little bit of a tough time with some of their home crowds too at the same time, which is I find that ironic because majority of the time, because you could probably hear from like mostly we're 49ers fans in the stands. It's like, shit, that's like, this feels like another home game for the 49ers. So it's like, man, but other than that, I mean, it's going to be a very great Super Bowl this year. At least thank God it's not for Rodgers, Brady, and Mahomes. Thank God.
Well, it's going to be Rodgers next year.
That, I can see. Wouldn't be surprised.
All right, so let's briefly talk about the news that broke today. Brian Flores is suing the NFL. Brian Flores is suing the NFL. This news
it's going to be very interesting,
which is crazy. Let me make sure I get everything right here. So yeah, he's suing the NFL. So Brian Flores sues NFL. 3 teams as former Miami Dolphins coach allegedly racism in hiring practices. So yeah, definitely suing the NFL. I know it was going around saying there's not many, black coaches out there. They're all like coordinators. Why can't they, be head coaches?
Because like motherfucking Rooney Rule. Which that's another thing.
Cullen was one of them. I don't think he should have got let go.
No, exactly. This is why I think I hate the Rooney Rule to the point where that shit needs to get out of the game completely. Because number one, I'll make a video about this a little bit later tonight too. Like, number one, that is unfair because you're kind of like excluding that minority group where it's like, and I saw the way this rule kind of goes back. It's like, look what happened to Tony Dungy in the '80s. Like, look where that stemmed from. You know, black coaches were winning a lot of games where compared to the white counterparts is the opposite, which doesn't make sense. It's like, why implement that to the where you're excluding that minority out of it? No matter it's man, woman, doesn't matter what race it is, but you're going to let white head coaches have an easier time to get the job. I think with this lawsuit, I think Brian Flores has a legitimate argument. I do think he has a legitimate argument to have this lawsuit.
I'm not even going to speak long on this. My father, I'm going out of order, but I'm not even going to speak long on this. I feel like this. Some of the same things he was saying. This stems all the way back to when Doug Williams won the Super Bowl, the first black quarterback to do it. This all stems back from that. You know how much that man was hated for winning the Super Bowl because he was black?
I didn't know he was very hated.
The typical quarterback that will win it, it all stems back from that. Because you got to think about it. If it wasn't for him doing that, you know how hard it is. It would have been for black coaches and black quarterbacks right now. It would have always been a black quarterback could never win it. But Doug Williams shut that down, even though he's been the only one that, well, other than Russ.
Russell, right?
Or you could say Mahomes too at the same time. He's kind
well,
of he's light skinned, but
excuse my language.
Though
Doug Williams a nigga.
I got you.
I know where you're going with that, but
Mahomes and Wilson are biracial. I'm sorry, they got the good hair. Doug Williams had the nappy hair, the real black dude from the hood. He one of them. Like
boys in the hood.
I ain't knocking Mahomes and Williams. Wilson's championship.
Yeah, I actually do believe that. And I looked at some highlights. Like he was very hated back during his playing days.
Flores, I feel like because even though before I get there, Mike Tomlin take a lot of scrutiny because if he don't have a great season, that's why they keep saying black quarterbacks can't win. Tony Dungy had to go through that, just like we're saying too. He finally won one. They used to give what was his name from the coach for the Bears? What's his name? Lovie Smith. They used to heckle him all the time. Even when he made it to the playoffs, he could still get heckled. This was back when the day when Ray Rose was coaching, and a whole bunch of other coaches was coaching with the dude from the Browns. That's when the Browns. Green, all of them. Dennis Green had the Vikings popping. He still got scrutinized though because he couldn't win it. It's not.
We thought they were. We let him off the hook. Herb Edwards is another one.
Shit.
I feel like when he wins this case, they're going to have to slow down with what they're doing because you can have a white coach that could go 3-13 for the past 4 years and still have his job, but get that black coach 1 year and he go 3-13, he fired. Fired.
Or think of Jim Caldwell, 3 winning seasons in Detroit, gets his ass fucking canned for Matt Patricia. Explain that.
Hugh Jackson too with the Raiders. I don't think he got a fair share over there either, or with Cleveland, one of them.
Or another guy in the case, Marvin Lewis, who's kind of lingered with the last decade with the goddamn Bengals.
Marvin Lewis, I'm sorry, Marvin Lewis deserved to get fired because
that's true, but
stunk for Cincinnati.
But still, like it's kind of ridiculous how the minority is kind of treated in the NFL.
Give Marvin Lewis the team now. I guarantee he won't stink. He didn't have that. The only thing he really had was Ocho Cinco. He was another diva. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really have that. He had quarterbacks, but he didn't have a Joe Burrow. He didn't have a Joe or somebody that could sustain and get wins for you each week to week. He didn't have those wide receivers. He didn't have them that 3-threat. What I'm saying, wide receiver tandem. He didn't have he had an okay running game. Give him that same team, and I guarantee he has a different outcome. But I can't really say anything about now. It was a different time, different era. But give him that team, he has a different outcome. That's just like, I don't mean to keep going to basketball. Give Iverson, Embiid, and Seth and all of them, I guarantee he goes to a championship and probably wins it.
Donte, do you feel like now that Brian Flores has came out with this lawsuit, do they blackball him? Do they give him the cap?
It's starting to feel like that, and Marvin Lewis deserved to be fucking fired because how you go 11 straight fucking seasons without winning one playoff game, losing to the first round every single time. He deserved to be fired. He did not deserve really to stay long. He should have been fired out of that Cincinnati organization. Then you got Montez Burfict, who's late hitting after late hit. You got undisciplined players a part
basically
of
just being called a headhunter basically at that point.
That's all it is. So
now, if I'm not mistaken, did Marvin Lewis? Was it like 12 years? If I'm not mistaken, Marvin Lewis has stayed with the Cincinnati Bengals, or had it been longer than 10 years? I know that for a fact.
Probably
okay. Yeah, I think Donte said 11 straight years, but the fact that
that
still blows my mind. Like, how do you have a guy that lose almost every single? Well, I don't know. Basically, what Donte says, like the fact you still have your job, which I feel like that's a little bit of an exception, but I do think the way this is going, I do think Brian Flores is getting blackballed because number one, Brian Flores was not that bad of a coach in Miami. The fact that he came in, Miami did not have a goddamn culture. Or number two, and from what I've been hearing too, like the owner also wanted to bribe him $100,000 to fucking tank, and Brian Flores said absolutely not.
Right.
Which number two, like first of all, like they had some decent talent on that roster. Tua Tagovailoa, I mean, I thought he's probably gonna need more work. They got a good wide receiver in Jalen Waddle, but that's pretty much about it. And Devontae Parker's been hit or miss at times. But shit.
Speaking of the headhunting thing, not to get off subject, I'm gonna give it back to Coach Donte. Another bad play for the 49ers when Jimmy Ward went after OBJ because OBJ hit him one time where to the point where he kind of like put him on the ground. And that's
with that hard hitting play where he kind of like just almost like his head snapped back on the turf.
That was revenge, but that shouldn't have happened in that game. You shouldn't have did that in that game. It cost us too much. That was a bad penalty. But I'm gonna give it back to Coach Donte because I know he was still talking at the time.
Yeah, let Donte finish his point.
Yeah, and then Raheem Morris is a good coach and stuff like that. Like I say, I believe he's really getting blackballed, man. I believe he deserved to be a head coach in this league, and he's a competitive head coach. He's a very much competitive head coach. Forget what going on in Miami. Just, man, give the man a head coaching job. He definitely deserved it. Lovie Smith got fired at 10-6. The man got fired at 10-6. Jim Caldwell got fired after leading to the Lions to the playoffs. He gets fired in the offseason. So I just think it'd be unfair to these coaches that has success and they get fired the very next year. Like I say, David Culley didn't deserve to be fired. So how do I feel about the next coach coming in? So what you gonna we get 2 or 3 wins, 4 wins again? You're gonna fire this next head coach? You're gonna fire him for not having so much of a good roster? Put a better roster around these guys. Maybe these guys can show improvement. But how you gonna fire a guy after a winning season? I understand why you do Marvin Lewis because you had 11 straight years with no playoff victories. I understand that, and he shouldn't have been standing and coaching that long for that team. And then you fire Lovie Smith, who made a Super Bowl, who was 10-6. You still fire him. You fire Jim Caldwell.
Was it like
after making a playoff run? You fire him after that. So just don't really understand that.
That's definitely crazy, but more details are gonna come out with the Brian Flores. He is suing NFL for this whole thing. Is going to be interesting to see if he's going to have a job somewhere in this league. But more head coaches got more jobs. We still got Minnesota still has to find a coach. Texas still has to find a coach. The Saints still have to find one, looking like they looking at WP again. Jacksonville still has to find a coach, but the Raiders has finally found their coach and GM, both with the Patriots. Josh McDaniels comes over for the Raiders. You got Brian DeBoer in with the Giants, and then you got Hackett out there in Denver. Now with these moves, do these teams that got new coaches, are they going to be a little better? Tayrock, what you think?
I think they might be a little better. I'm just glad D'Amico Ryans came back and he ain't go to Minnesota because I kind of like him now. He showed me that even though he had some slumps in the beginning of the year, his defense finally pulled it through. Because it's hard to replace Robert Saleh with that defense. That defense is pretty good with Robert Saleh. I'm saying Saleh. So, so I feel like if you got the right type of game plan, the players, feed into you. Well, I'm saying respect what you're doing. um, feed into the offense. I'm saying everybody's on the same page. I feel like it can work out. Everybody just have to be on the same page though, because you can't just have a new coach and then nobody wants to really play in that system. I'm saying you have to have a coach that the people to buy into your system. If you don't, if you're a new coach and them players not buying into your system, just look at New York when they got a new coach. Nobody really bought into that system, like for real. Even though the Jets had a nice little, they got two new coaches. They bought into the system a little bit, but not really. Because you think about it, they actually had a little bit of talent, even though some teams did lose over there. But you have to have the right personnel and everybody buy into the system for new coaches to win over a new team.
Robert, what you think? Do these teams get a little better with the head coaching that they got?
I think so. As like with the Raiders case, obviously hiring Josh McDaniels and having Dave Ziegler or Ziegler, how the fuck you pronounce his last name, but having them over there, I think with Josh McDaniels, I do think that might be a good fit because my reason is just like I think after his short stint with Denver back in the was it 2009 if I'm not mistaken 2009 2010 it was right back to Coach Belichick and like how to learn under him how to do call plays. The fact that the Raiders hired him, I think he has a better chance of succeeding with the Raiders because they got some great talent over there. I mean, you still got Derek Carr, who's probably a good quarterback. Who else is over there? Fuck. You got Max Crosby, who's probably one of the better defensive players that they have over there. Phylon is a very underrated, underappreciated defensive line tackle over there. Secondary, I think for them, I mean Casey Hayward has shown that he's a good corner. Raiders got some good talent over there. I think having someone like Josh McDaniels, who, and this is why I think Josh, and that's another thing too. What I like about Josh McDaniels too. Even though back then he was arrogant and a lot of stuff, but that he does not take any shit from anybody. If you fuck up, he's gonna let you know about it. And shit, but I forgot about Darren Waller. And this is why I think for me, anyways, I thought it was a good hire because with the Raiders lack discipline, and I think Josh McDaniels is going to probably instill that discipline with that. And if they can draft right, I think that's a pretty up and coming another playoff, hopefully a championship contender or Super Bowl contender. But I think overall, I think a lot of teams are getting better at it. Denver, like we said, they need a quarterback because Drew Lock is not the guy for them because he's shown like he's basically shit.
So Donte, it looks like it says Harbaugh interviewed for Minnesota. You think Harbaugh should take that job, or should he, try to go somewhere else?
I mean, it's up to Jim Harbaugh. We'll see what he's going to do. But if he decides to take Minnesota, take the job, it wouldn't be a bad job because again, you don't have much. You have a lot of pieces to work with. You don't need much to build that team up. It don't take much for that team to be a Super Bowl caliber team. Just need to get that defense, that secondary, that side of the ball needs to improve. You do have Anthony Barr, but I think he's a free agent coming up this year, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to try to figure out the situation on him. And Josh McDaniel, again, you don't have far. You don't have far to build this team around. Darren Waller, I understand about him, but again, I'm starting not to like his play too much because he's starting to get a glimpse. Do we want to be there with Derek Carr? Is him and Derek Carr got something going on? Because I've seen a couple of balls against Cincinnati that he really didn't make a value effort to try to really catch. So it's something off with Darren Waller. He is a great player, but it's something off with him and Derek Carr. It's something off with that relationship. But he don't got much. He got a lot to work with. Just the right free agencies, the right drafts. It just depends. This team is second round. This team selling is probably the second round. You lose the first round or you don't make the playoffs. That's a very low ceiling. That's a disappointing season. But again, this will be Josh McDaniel first year. Everything takes time, but you can't go from a first round team with some good, pretty decent talent, a respectable team to not getting in the playoffs or losing in the first round again. That's just a major drop. So with the right offseason moves, with the right pieces, the right draft moves, I think the team can be pretty good. So they both don't have much to put on. They both don't have much. A little bit. They both don't have much to get in the offseason. They got just a little bit more improvements to go. They don't have far to go. They have I think these two organizations, Minnesota and Raiders, got enough talent. They just need it. Just depends on the draft in the offseason.
Definitely. It's official. Tom Brady is officially retired. I know. It got put out there early that he was, and then it came out that he didn't. But it's official today. Tom Brady has officially retired. After 22 seasons in NFL. At first, we got at him because he didn't thank the Patriots organization, and then come later on, he did. I was about to say, really, Tom, you were going out like that.
You got to be doing that team dirty who drafted you sixth round, and back in what was it, 1999, if I'm not mistaken, 99, 2000.
Patty.
Huh?
Y'all didn't know Tom Brady was Patty?
No. Yeah, Brady is petty, but I didn't think he was gonna go out like that.
Nah, man.
I think New England.
But if I'm not mistaken, he also signed like a one-day contract to retire as a Patriot, though. That's the if I'm not mistaken, too, out of that retirement.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah, I don't blame him for that. But he's officially retired, and that brings me to my next question before we go into our little favorite segment here. With this new era of quarterbacks, like who do you say they resemble? And quarterback. So we're gonna go with. So this actually started in a group chat with Jake, and I told Jake I'm going to use this question.
Shit! This would be interesting.
So we have a new era of QBs. Who would you say is whom from the previous era? So of course you all know we got Justin Herbert from the Chargers. He didn't say he compared him to anybody, but he compared Joe Burrow to Joe Montana. Agree or disagree?
That's far.
That's a reach. That's a hell of a reach.
I say give him 2 more years, and then I think get
to win at least 2 Super Bowls to be Joe Cool Jr. He has to have at least 2 without a kicker winning the Super Bowl for him. That's why I still have Joe Montana over Brady, because Brady needed a kicker to win the game. In all 4 Super Bowls, Joe Montana did not need a kicker to win the Super Bowl for him. Don't get me wrong. Tom Brady's the GOAT. I can't knock what he's saying, but Jake, that is a reach. I would not now. Not yet. Not yet, but I feel like it's a reach. Don't get me wrong. I feel like he can get there.
I think that's more like an Alex Leatherwood kind of reach. But yeah, I do understand where Tayrock's coming from. Like, say if he does win 2 Super Bowls, then I think we'll kind of talk. But for right now, I mean, he's got the mentality of it. But does he resemble it? No, that's kind of too soon to tell. Since it's still early in his career. So right now, that's not realistic at the moment.
Donte,
we're not gonna sit up here and disrespect Tom Brady like that and say he need a kicker to win. What puts the kid? How do you get down there to set up that moment? Who got the team in that position to set up those kicks? That kick.
But what I'm saying is, Joe Montana goes down the field. He was getting touchdowns to win. He wasn't getting stopped to get field goals to win the game. He was going down the field.
I mean, who put the team down now to make Adam Vinatieri kick the field goal though? How can Vinatieri get in that position? Can Vinatieri get in that position without Tom Brady? Can he? Would he get in that position to win the game without Tom Brady?
No, but what I'm saying is Joe won the game. He didn't need a kicker because he drove down the field and scored a touchdown. He didn't
not Tom Brady because of the kicker, though. Come on now, you can't do that. That's the only reason Adam Vinatieri got those rings, because Tom Brady put that man in that situation. Now, if that wasn't Adam Vinatieri making those kicks, now everybody gonna shit on Tom Brady. If that wasn't Adam Vinatieri making those kicks, Tom Brady put the man in that situation, so you can't knock him for that.
So let me ask you this. You down 10 points, right? You down 10 points. Y'all get a field goal. Are you going to come back down again and kick another field goal, or are you going to want that touchdown to win the game?
The game was tied. The game was tied against the Rams. 17-17.
In that game,
The clock. That's why the clock plays a part. That's why clock management plays a part too.
In the game with the Bengals in the 80s, that game was tied. Who went down the field?
They needed a touchdown, though. They needed a touchdown.
We did it 4 times. We did it 4 times.
They needed a touchdown, though, Tayrock. It depends on the situation. Football, they needed a touchdown to win those games.
28-3. Never come back from 28-3. Let me explain something to you.
And Tom Brady didn't need the kicker to come back from 28-3 because he scored a touchdown in overtime. He didn't need the kicker to end.
But listen, first of all, the Falcons will never be compared to the 49ers. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
So basically you're trying to tell me that whoever just said that so basically you're trying to tell me Joe Montana doesn't have is not nowhere near Tom Brady.
Look, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback I ever seen. Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback I ever seen. I said I'm not knocking Tom. I'm not knocking Joe Montana. I've been saying Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback. I ever seen.
Of course,
Joe Montana, the situation, they needed a touchdown. They were down they needed a touchdown to win the game. When you need a touchdown, that means you're down by a touchdown, 4 points. 4 points. You're down by 4 points or even 7 points. You need a touchdown.
And you see why they call him Joe Cool, right? He's proving that.
They not Tom Brady from putting goddamn Adam Vinatieri in that position. You have to get in that position for him to kick a field goal. Tom Brady did not need a touchdown. He did not need a field goal. He did not need a field goal to beat the Eagles. He did not need a field goal to beat the Eagles. Now, I think he got paid off, Tayrock, for that chunky soup commercial. I think he got paid off for that.
God damn.
Say something about Joe Montana. He was so good at winning the game. They barely even used the kicker at the end of the game because they knew Joe Montana was going to come down and score. They just knew that's what
they didn't need him. They were either blowing people out. And needing a touchdown.
No, not really.
That's all. They were either blowing people out and needing a touchdown. But you
can't
Tom Brady
nobody
out of military winning with a field goal after he put them in that situation.
He did it more than 3 times.
Who did it 3 times?
Terry won a Super Bowl for Tom Brady like 2 or 3 times.
But still, he put them in that situation. He put them in a situation. What you want him to do?
Okay, all 4 Super Bowls.
When the game was tied.
Okay, I watched all 4 Super Bowls of the 49ers. You want to know how many times I've seen them kick a field goal in all 4 games? I could count on one hand how many times they kicked the field goal inside the game. In the game.
They didn't need the field goal, though. They didn't need it, though. They didn't need the field goal, though.
He's named Joe Cool because he's cool in the pocket when the pressure's on the line.
They didn't need a field goal, though. They either blew people out or he either need a touchdown to win the game. They didn't need it. They didn't need it. San Francisco was so goddamn good. They didn't even need a touchdown. They didn't even need a win by a field goal. They didn't even need to win by a field goal because they blew everybody out they played in the Super Bowl.
My problem not with you, Donte. It's this Raiders. He's trying to make it seem like that you can't compare that Falcons team to that 49ers team because there is no way the 49ers are going to go down 28-3 and then just don't score at all ever again when you got the likes of Rice and all other people on that team. I'm sorry. The Atlanta Falcons had Julio Jones. They had a running game. They had Matt Ryan. They had retarded behind Kyle Shanahan. And so it kind of was expected. So when you got the quarterback that coach Joe Montana, you really think he not gonna come in with a game plan and you think he ain't gonna be stuck at 28-3? That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, not with that type of quarterback. Matt Ryan could be never nowhere compared to no Joe Montana. Matt Ryan became Matt nothing. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, by the way,
all right, so we got Patrick.
Flyers didn't win tonight. Beat the Winnipeg Jets 3-1 tonight.
I know. I just said that. I was like, "Holy shit, the Flyers won."
Curry hit a game-winning shot.
so Jake, he also got Patrick Mahomes to Troy Aikman.
That's too much of a reach.
That's bad compare. That's a bad. They don't even play the same. That's a bad comparison. I
feel like he's got the mobility of Michael Vick. That's the way I can see that.
He's a.
Oh shit.
Now, if Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing no more, I would compare Aaron Rodgers to Patrick Mahomes because they're the only two I seen throw the look passes. Like it's not too many quarterbacks that does that. I could put Troy. I could say Troy Aikman. I could say Troy Aikman. Who I can pick? Because Troy Aikman wasn't a running quarterback.
No, because Troy Aikman was more of a pocket
he was a
passer.
Pocket passer all day long.
What was Troy Aikman about? Like 6'4", 6'5", maybe less than that.
Yeah.
The only one guy I can think of is, and I don't know if he had a strong arm back in his playing days. I think he did. The one guy that comes to mind for me,
Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I was thinking Matt Stafford because Matt Stafford comes to mind because another guy almost came to mind was Big Ben. Another guy is 6'4", 6.
But Big Ben. But Big Ben was kind of mobile when he was younger.
Yeah, true. He stopped being mobile as soon as. Well, Lamar. Wow, that's too much of a reach.
Stafford.
I agree with that. Actually,
Matthew Stafford, I think, is a better comparison.
This Young really could not throw the football like that.
Yeah,
he could not throw at all.
Yeah, you know what? I can see that. You know, not that because the thing too, I think there's a time where like lefty quarterbacks were on the decline at the time, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Well, I had a lefty quarterback that went to the Super Bowl. He got blackballed by the NFL.
Shit.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, he was a lefty.
Really? I thought he was a righty.
Well, he was a lefty.
Shit. That's interesting. Well, that's
Justin
news
Herbert
to me.
To Peyton Manning.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna call that a reach, but
it's close. But shit,
I call that a reach.
It's not like oh shit.
Justin Herbert is more of an athlete. He's
got the better athleticism.
He got more mobility.
Yeah, he got more.
But I can see why you could say Peyton Manning because I think he does have the arm strength, the accuracy of what that Peyton Manning had. But Peyton Manning was not that much athletic during his playing days.
Heck no, Manning wasn't athletic. He couldn't run to save his life.
But I can see why people think of Justin Herbert as probably the comparison to Peyton Manning. But the only difference, like Donte said, is Herbert has more athleticism. He's more mobile. Peyton Manning was just
who would y'all compare to Dan Marino?
Oh shit!
Wait, we're gonna get to that. Don't hold up. We're gonna get to that because he did compare somebody to Dan Marino.
Oh shit!
He said Lamar Jackson is compared to Warren Moon.
Oh, I say, oh shit!
You said Lamar Jackson?
Yeah,
if he becomes a better passer this year because Warren Moon could pass.
Warren Moon was a good passer.
He can actually pass. Warren Moon wasn't even an athletic quarterback. That's a reach. Really this year, athletic. That's a reach right there. That's not a good comparison. Right there. I don't like that.
Oh shit!
But
I feel like Vince. For me, if I want to go old quarterbacks, I feel like Vince Young's the only guy I can think of. The most probably had athletic quarterback back in the day.
Matter of fact, I got a better one. Than Vince Young. Randall Cunningham, Lamar Jackson.
You know what? I can see Randall Cunningham,
Lamar Jackson.
Mr. Weapon X. No, it's good. It was good, Coach Spotlight.
Because they both literally the same quarterback. Athleticism, when it came to the playoffs, people could stop them.
But he's already compared. They already compared.
Cunningham got better throwing in his older days with Minnesota. He got better.
That's true. Yeah, that is very true.
No. They compare. This is how it's got to be. They already compared Randall Cunningham to Mike Vick. Lamar Jackson is a 2.0 of Vick.
You know what? Oh, that's an interesting one.
Hold up.
Power arm though. He can.
So Jake got Kyler Murray to Michael Vick.
Oh
no! Even though
that's iffy.
I'm not mad at that though.
Not mad at that. Lamar Jackson's game is closer to Michael Vick's game.
Because I'm thinking too, like Lamar, the way that Michael Vick was back in his days, like he was an okay thrower, but he was more known for his legs, and we're seeing that with Lamar Jackson.
I think the better comparison, Lamar Jackson, Randall Cunningham, literally are the same type of quarterback, athletic, and couldn't throw that. They could throw. I'm not gonna say you can't play quarterback if you can't throw. They can throw. They just can't make every throw on the field. They just not the best of throw, and people know how to defend them in the playoffs. So that's why, and they both athlete type quarterbacks. They both athletes. Now, Kyler Murray and Michael Vick, I'm okay with that. I'm not too mad at that. I'm not too mad
because they're almost similar.
They both can throw. They both can run. I'm not too mad at that.
And see, that's tough. I mean,
the Jackson game is closer to Vick's game. Okay, at first, Michael Vick only really bombs for a while. He didn't really start throwing real accuracy.
His later years, if I'm not mistaken.
When he became with the Eagles, that's when he came back.
I forgot about. Oh my God,
Vick was being accurate with the ball. When he was in Atlanta, he was really known for his feet. For that's how Lamar was known.
He had nobody to throw to in Atlanta.
Exactly.
He didn't. He actually throw the football though.
That's what Lamar first year before he won the MVP. What was he known for? His legs. The human highlight like Vic. That's why I would feel like them two would be compared a little more, even though they already compare Vic to Cunningham. So
you can make the shit. I didn't think about that.
I can't make that comparison though, Tayrock, because Cunningham is the same as Lamar Jackson. They're the same type of quarterback. They really wasn't that great of a throwers. Like I'm gonna say
there's a 2-point.
Lamar Jackson can work on that when he gets up there. That's where Cunningham got better. When he got.
That's how Michael Vick got better too. At the same time,
when he had the weapons.
When he came to us,
that's when he became able to throw the football. That's when he became able to throw it.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make a case for that Lamar can have comparison to Michael Vick and Randall Cunningham.
Make a case for both.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so we got two more. So. Who Jake compared Dan Marino to?
Oh shit!
Who?
Josh Allen to Dan Marino. That's a reach.
Disrespect my man like that. Josh Allen not a good.
More mobile though. That's the thing. Dan Marino wasn't.
Dan Marino was a gunslinger. Josh Allen is not a gunslinger. No, he's not. There are just not too many quarterbacks
that are gunslingers nowadays.
That arm and accuracy like Dan Marino. If Dan Marino would have had a better defense, he would have damn near had a Super Bowl. He had a hell of an offense, but his defense just wasn't there yet to take up over that hump. No, I'm not taking Josh Allen. I would have took Josh Allen with like Drew Brees or something.
Josh Allen more mobile. He way more mobile. And he's like a runner. He can run as well.
Compared
mobile. And Dan Marino is just a prototypical quarterback.
A prototypical pocket passer.
He's not a scrambler.
All right, so one more. He compared Russ to Cunningham.
Oh shit.
I don't like that comparison. Russell Wilson can actually throw.
Yeah, Russell's got some arm strength.
He can actually throw the football. Russell Wilson can throw the football. I don't like that comparison a little bit.
I can say the best way I can compare Russell Wilson, I want to say Michael Vick in his later years.
Warren Moon. You know why? Because Warren Moon he could run and pass. I give Wilson Warren. It's an athletic version.
Okay, I can see Warren Moon.
Wilson only runs when he needs to. But
this year, he was running for his life.
He sits up in the pocket. He sits up in the pocket more than he runs. He runs when he needs to. He can be mobile when he needs to.
Yeah, exactly.
Really could not. He's really an athlete. He's really Lamar Jackson. He's really an athlete.
Cordell Stewart.
Yeah.
Y'all forgot about Cordell Stewart.
That's not bad.
Good old Slash.
Yeah.
God. He was a running back, he was a wide receiver, and a quarterback.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all know who I compared Jamarcus Russell to?
Oh, Lord.
The sewer.
Oh, boy. I hope Coach Spotlight heard that one.
Spotlight stand Jamarcus Russell.
I think no Raiders fan can stand Jamarcus Russell.
That was a horrible pick.
I mean, it can't be worse than the Alex Leatherwood pick.
So.
I believe Donovan McNabb still got paid off them chunky soups commercials.
Oh my God! Yeah, I remember that.
I thought he got
the one game he fucking threw. He had a vomit game. I remember that.
How many?
Oh, here he is. Here he is. Damn. Shit.
Who's the better quarterback, David or Derek Carr?
For me, I say
Oh my
Derek.
God.
Because David was a punching bag. He got was 70 plus times in the season.
I only asked that question because my brother came in the chat.
For me,
Yeah.
I say
How is Deshaun Watson not on that list?
that's a good question.
Deshaun is on the list, but Jake didn't have no comparison to him. So only comparisons he had was the ones I named, but he didn't have. He said we still gotta see from Herbert. No, we still gotta see from Trevor Lawrence. We still gotta see from Justin Fields. Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson flat out stinks. He just flat out stinks. He shouldn't even name him.
I'm sorry,
If you play with the Jets, you're going to stink.
Zach Wilson.
Jake. If you watching this, don't ever come that man to Joe Montana ever again until he proves he could be the new Joe Cool.
Damn.
They compare Joe. Yeah, they compare Joe Burrow to Joe Montana. Like, hell no.
All right, but you know what? It's time for
damn,
y'all.
man.
Time for Fact or Fiction.
Eric wants to come in.
True.
You know where to find us, Eric?
Yeah, he
Oh,
can-
Eric. The Lunchable guy back.
Welcome to the 7200 Seconds Podcast, sponsored by Lunchables.
And sponsor for today's show, Lunchables. All right, so we're going into this Fact or Fiction. Here we go. Will Evan McPherson? So this is pretty much a Super Bowl Fact or Fiction. Will Evan
shit.
McPherson be clutch again? Would that be your Fact or Fiction?
Ooh. That depends on the situation, though. I think fact, because I think Evan McPherson can be clutch, but I could be wrong. Well, for me,
I really don't care if he be clutch again. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna go NA.
there we go. There it is.
Depends on situation.
The king of 9 answers.
Depends on situation.
All right. And okay, so will Aaron Donald have 2 sacks? Fact or fiction?
Yep.
Absolutely, that's a fact.
Facts.
Because nobody can stop Aaron Donald.
I was being generous with 2. I think he gets more than 2, especially with that.
I say
offensive line.
3. It says,
He gets 3 Super Bowl MVP.
oh, absolutely.
Because if not, Cooper Kupp gonna get it.
Oh. Damn. Yo, Mr. Lunchable.
And hold on. We got my S.C Experiences in the building. What's going on, Eric?
Yo, what's up, Tayrock?
Lunchable.
How you been doing since Sunday?
Time out.
Oh, Lord.
Mr. Little Lunchable.
Hey, I am sponsored by Lunchables on my channel, y'all. Yep.
How long have you been sleeping on your Raiders bed?
Oh, shit.
All day long. I've been eating Lunchables all day long. I ran out.
Let me explain something to you. The team that beat y'all in the playoffs is about to lose in the Super Bowl to the best division in the league. Just believe it. We have the best division in the league.
I believe in Cincy.
Yo, you only believe in Cincy because they beat the Raiders.
Hey, maybe. And you love the Rams because they beat y'all.
No, I said that. I said whoever wins out of the NFC West is going to win the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah, you already know what it is, Spotlight. Caleb Williams.
Basketball sweatshirt. Basketball sweatshirt, but can't make a layup.
Hey, I can hit those threes though.
You like Muggsy Bogues size.
Hey, Muggsy Bogues was the beast. Muggsy Bogues was the beast.
But you're not him.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
You
Better than Westbrook. I'll beat Westbrook in a 3-point contest.
You more like Spanish. You more like Spanish Bows with the
bro.
Bruh.
I'm Buddy Hield with the shot, bro. I'm telling you.
You ever see that, Chris? You ever see that T-Mobile football commercial when they pointed the dude pouring all the water in the little ass and the little behind cups? That's Eric.
The water boy.
Hey, they get paid millions. I will do it. Shit.
Yo, Eric, I don't know if you heard Tayrock say who's the better out of the cars, Derek or David? Everyone gets spotlight said, don't. What did he say? So, is that even a question?
Who's the better, Derek or David?
Donte, stop with the and wait.
He said NA about Evan McPherson being clutch.
He said NA again?
Yep.
Yeah, the question was, it was fact or fiction? Will Evan McPherson be clutch again?
Oh,
He said
fact.
The answer was, will he be again? We got to see on that opportunity. We got to see on that. That's why I said, will he be clutch again? That was the answer.
Eric is Matt Barnes of the network. No, I'm Will Smith from the Raiders, bro. You be firing me every day.
I just found out Eric's favorite player is Matt Barnes.
Hell no. All right, you can continue. Keith.
So, fact or fiction? Are Lions fans butthurt that
That's not even a question. That's fact, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm
Next.
because it's already a given. So did left.
That's not even a question.
Why couldn't Matthew Stafford do that for us?
Well, your motherfucking ownership in the Ford family is absolutely dirt cheap.
You're fired, not rehired. Damn, I'm Will Smith in this shit.
You ain't dark enough to be Will Smith,
bro.
No, Will Smith. Oh, it's Will Compton. I always called him Will Smith.
You're
Will Compton. My bad.
Bro.
Will Compton.
Oh.
Eric's
the one from the Raiders that gets fired every year.
Freaking Westbrook get some heart attacks, man.
Oh boy.
If they lose against the Clippers, I'm fucking done.
Wow, spotlight I'm going. All right, so everybody went fact there. Fact or fiction? Cooper Kupp will have over 100 yards plus.
I say fact. He's probably one of the better. He's one of the better receivers in the league. Other than Devontae Adams, but I think
I'm gonna go with fact.
That's a huge fact because Cooper Kupp's been fucking dominant in the postseason.
You know what? Hot take. Fiction.
He's better than everyone, bro.
I think he'll get 80 yards. I think the Bengals have a game plan for him.
And just by you saying that, USC about to go on a 5-game.
Speaking of Coach Spotlight, shit.
As soon as you said that, Eric, the USC Trojans about to go on a 5-game losing streak.
Tayrock, you know both teams play good in the Super Bowl.
Hold up. Key, what was the last question before this question?
Are Lions fans butthurt that Stafford's going to the Super Bowl?
They not butthurt. They ass is on fire. They ass is on fire. The Detroit Lions fans, get a grip. You keep saying that, he didn't do this in Detroit. You didn't do this in Detroit. Hold on, Robert. Hold on. Let me get this with this. You didn't do this in Detroit. You ain't doing this in Detroit. No, you didn't do shit in Detroit because you have a fucking owner of whoever that fucking is worried about fucking building cars than building a fucking team. Number one, Barry Sanders retired in his prime. Megatron retired in his prime. You didn't put nothing around Matthew Stafford the whole almost a decade since he's been drafted there. So please, be butthurt because he's in the Super Bowl. Gridiron Blitz, you're mad. I'm calling you out right now. The Gridiron Blitz, you're mad. You're mad. You're butthurt. And these Detroit Lions fans will never win shit because your team will never be shit. The whole city of Detroit will never be shit. The best thing that came out of Detroit was Eminem. Stop it.
Hold on. Can you just throw out the...
Wait. I'm gonna change it. I forgot. Let him burn. Thank you for that information. I forgot Eli Apple's on that fucking fact.
Can you just throw out the whole Lions organization? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can, but you gotta do this too. If you're gonna throw out the whole Alliance organization, you gotta do that with the Detroit Tigers. You gotta do that with the fucking Red Wings. You gotta do
Pistons.
that. You gotta do that with the Pistons. Detroit is just a losing fucking city when it comes to sports. They're just losing.
Well, Cleveland used to be that 9-1-1.
Detroit is a damn abomination in Detroit. That's what it is in Detroit right now.
Oh, Eric.
You know what's funny? What?
Okay, bro, listen to this. I'm sorry, but y'all got Jake. I'm still pissed about this. Compare Joe Burrow to my Joe Cool.
Oh, that's gonna
Who?
Joe Burrow to Joe Montana.
Who
like
compared
that's
that?
Jake said he compared Joe Burrow to Joe Montana. I feel like that's a reach right now. It's too early to say that.
Because you're starting year 2 of his career.
Honestly, when it comes to that, there's no quarterback in the league that could be compared to Joe Montana. You can't even say Tom Brady because Tom Brady is retired. So Tom Brady is thrown out there. We're talking about players that's actively in the league right now. Quarterbacks that's actively in the league right now. There's no quarterback active right now that's better than Joe Montana. That is a fact.
Ain't no quarterback in the league right now that got more Super Bowls than him.
It's a fact too,
bro. Because congratulations to the Bengals, good organization. They built, and finally made the Super Bowl. So I'm rooting for y'all. Congrats. But I've been seeing a lot of people overhype the shit out of Joe Burrow, thinking he's Tom Brady and shit. Guys, let me remind you, when he played in the last game of the season, when he scored 5 touchdowns, 75% of those throws were contested. Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase were contesting, catching the shit out of those balls. Number 2, against the Niners, he threw a short pass to Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase did the rest.
And it lost to Joe Cool's team.
Yeah, so come on now. Let's be honest.
That's what we said. It was
not Joe Montana status yet.
He's not Joe Montana status.
Yeah,
but he is becoming elite.
Yeah,
So I'd say he's becoming elite. I would not say he's Joe Montana, but can you put him? I think he could be in that. Right now, since that Tom Brady has stepped out, and everybody thinks Patrick Mahomes is the next best thing. I'm sorry, but Joe Burrow has something else to say about that. So if you want to treat the same way as Patrick Mahomes, when Patrick Mahomes first got into the league, we got to keep that same energy for Joe Burrow. I mean, he's not compared to Joe Montana at some point, but do we put him in the elite status like we did Patrick Mahomes? Absolutely.
I give some credit to Josh Allen too. I feel bad for him losing.
Right, Josh Allen is up there as elite. Like we have a bunch of elite quarterbacks that's definitely young in this league.
Joe Burrow will be elite. He's somewhat elite, but if he wins this Super Bowl, he's definitely going to be elite if he wins this.
And I'm going to tell you what, it's a lot of. I don't even think it has been a quarterback that has won a national championship and won a Super Bowl.
And what in the history of the NFL?
In the history of NFL,
Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl, but he didn't do it. He was a high.
But he didn't win it. He didn't win it. So Joe Burrow would be the first quarterback to do that. He'll be the first quarterback to win a high. He'll be the first quarterback. Hold on, Tayrock. He'll be the first quarterback to win a Heisman and to win a Super Bowl and to win an all-national championship all at the same time.
Okay. Other than the Heisman, Joe Montana did it when we was in Notre Dame. He won a championship and won a Super Bowl. He just didn't win the Heisman.
Yeah, brother AM was good, man.
I don't know about that. I don't think he won a championship in Notre Dame because Notre Dame was always Notre Dame is Notre fucking Dame. I'm just saying. I don't.
In the 70s, when the 80s came, that's when the U took over.
I don't know, but I just feel like with Joe Burrow, if he wins and he beats out Matthew Stafford, you got to put him in the elite status.
Yeah,
enough said.
Yeah, of course.
So, Tayrock, I'm looking at the national titles for the Notre Dame. The one in 73 and 77, but 1970, that's an unclaimed national title. So that's technically 3.
What up, Dirty?
Yo, good shit, Dirty.
What up, Dirty
Raider?
What's going on, brother AM?
I was about to say the F word. I forgot we're on the podcast. I was about to say screw Notre Dame. Just screw Notre Dame. Screw Notre Dame. They better be fucking panicking in their boots right now.
All right, so
I'm not saying it.
The AFC does not have all the elite QBs in this era.
The NFC is like the East.
You can make an argument, but I mean the elite QBs are still there.
Not going to say the NFC is like the East because technically.
Wait. Tom Brady and the Aaron Rodgers.
We talking about this year. We talking about this year.
We talking about now, Eric. If you look at it right now,
I think the AFC, it has the potential.
Oh, yeah, AFC overpowers the shit out of the NFC right now.
The AFC is overpowering the NFC right now. And when it comes to elite quarterbacks, the young elite quarterbacks, they in the AFC.
But I'm not going to put the NFC the East of the NBA. The NFC is not that soft. That's where majority of the physical teams are.
The NFC West, I mean, that's kind of physical over there. I know our division's weak as hell.
Our teams in the
NFC East sucks. NFC East sucks.
Could be any team on any given day as long as they get physical with them. That one division alone is already tougher than the NBA.
And that's why I like the Cincinnati Bengals, because they in the AFC North, that all 4 teams are physical.
Exactly.
And that's why I like the AFC North. That's why
the
I love
NFC South was ass this year. One team was only good, and that was
the AFC West. The AFC West was just as tough too. I can't even lie.
You know what's gonna be crazy next year? AFC West versus the NFC West.
That's gonna be so great.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be very interesting.
The thing I'll say about that is it all depends who my team quarterback is going to be. Because I don't trust Trey Lance right
now, we are the best 2 divisions in football. That's a fact.
Is it? Yeah.
AFC and NFC West are the best 2 divisions in football.
No, because they look like 49er colors. That's why.
Oh my god!
All right, but let's get back. Let's get back to the fact or fiction.
Chase Young will be held in check. That is fact or fiction.
If he comes out of because I feel like if he comes back off that injury healthy, I think he's gonna have something. He's gonna want to prove.
He's injured.
I think he was injured all year.
Chase, my bad. I'm in Jamar Chase. My bad.
God damn.
Young, that's what.
Damn it, King. That's your typo.
You said Jamar Chase.
I was like, yo.
I don't think he
Jamar Chase.
I don't think he has the 152 touchdown game. I think he has maybe 1 touchdown close to maybe 100 yards close. In check, I say somewhat, but not all the way. I say somewhat.
Yeah, that's somewhat for me, man.
This is for me, right? If I'm the Cincinnati Bengals and I see what was being done on the opposite side of Jalen Ramsey in that NFC title game, you line Jamar Chase up anywhere on the field besides Ramsey's side of the ball. Because Ramsey is not going to follow him everywhere. Line him up in the slot. Line him up outside. Put him in the backfield. Chase will have to be Deebo Samuel of the Cincinnati Bengals. That's a fact.
Somebody else said that earlier.
He's gonna have to be the Deebo Samuel because, mind you, Ramsey just sits on an island. He does not travel with his receivers. So with that being said, if Jamar Chase is away and they go on the opposite side to Williams, then Jamar Chase will not be held in check.
So somebody had a post up. They said,
"I'm going to go with attention. I think Jamar Chase is going to get off. I think Jamar Chase is going to get off."
I see. Well, my bad, Donte. My bad.
I'm done.
I seen this question right. It had Deebo, Jamar Chase, and Cooper Kupp. So when I seen this post with Deebo, Jamar, and Cooper Kupp, why everybody had Deebo getting cut like this man ain't good? First of all, just because Jamar Chase had 1 good year, ever since Deebo been in the league, he's been having good years. So I don't understand how you would cut Deebo.
That's hard.
That's three good receivers right there.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna answer that question.
That's what I'm saying. So when I seen the question on Facebook, I put NA because I can't choose that. But so many people cut Deebo that you don't understand. This man runs punt returns, kick returns, running back, wide receiver. He's a Swiss Army knife at all levels. Jamar Chase is just really good for running really deep routes. T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd goes across the middle more than anybody. Jamar Chase is the go route guy. He's good at it, even though he does come across the middle sometimes on a post. But them guys that come across that middle, them hard-nosed wide, I'm not saying Jamar Chase soft. Not saying he's soft, because Cooper Kupp go through the middle too. But Jamar Chase is really the deep guy for us. So don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with a deep wide receiver to go over the top. There's nothing wrong with it. But to cut Deebo, you know how many people was cutting this man on this? I said y'all don't know football. Just to cut that man off of that rookie wide receiver have a good. See, that's what I understand. One person can have 1 great year and they call him the top player. That don't mean nothing to me if you have 1 great year. That 1 great year don't mean nothing. Oh, bro, your Tennessee Lady Vows barely just won that game too.
Don't start your bullshit. Don't start your bullshit.
Upset. Michigan females upset. They had the upset of the day
We're gonna
today.
smoke UConn this weekend. We're gonna smoke their asses.
Wait,
Ha!
Tayrock's a UConn fan?
Yeah.
I thought
Always
you were a
been.
Tennessee fan. I thought
Only
you were a
reason
Tennessee
why.
fan.
Only reason why he's a UConn fan because of the rivalry between Tennessee and UConn back in the day. When he started becoming a Sue Bird fan, that's when he start coming a UConn fan. He don't know anybody else he don't know anybody else before Sue Bird. Simple as that.
Hey, stay tuned, y'all. Inside the locker room. I can't wait.
Oh,
I
inside
actually
the
do.
locker room on Thursday night, I got all the smoke. I got all
I
the
can't
smoke.
wait for that shit. I can't wait for that shit. Keith, make sure you're taking notes on what to say.
No, before Sue Bird. Before Sue Bird, because Rebecca Lobo won a championship before she was there.
Okay, you know Rebecca Lobo, but who else? What's the gap between Sue Bird and Rebecca Lobo? What's the gap?
Let me ask you,
the locker room.
who was the coach before Pat Summitt?
Who was the coach before Pat Summitt? Well, who was fucking up? Pat Summitt been here since like the 80s before I fucking was born, so I don't know.
I can tell you who the coach was. I can tell you who the coach was before Gino Auriemma. Exactly.
You don't know the coach before Gino Auriemma. Stop that.
Okay. Jamar Chase will be held in check. We gonna act like he ain't never say that.
You started it. I ain't say shit about Tennessee, but here you go with your bullshit. You
I know.
started it.
That's why I can't wait for inside the locker room.
Yeah, because you're gonna be inside Tennessee's locker room. That's why.
Will Zach Taylor be coach of the year?
Yes.
Yes, that's a fact.
If he's not coach of the year, they smoking mess. I don't know what the fuck
They're
they
bugging.
doing.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was
Donte ain't say shit. What's going on? How you gonna hold up? Wait a minute. Stop. Before you do anything, King. Donte, why the fuck are you NA if Zach Taylor's coach of the year?
I don't know if he's gonna be coach of the year. He deserves it, but I just don't know if they're gonna give him the coach of the year.
So who would you think?
So
So outside of Zach Taylor, who would you think they would give it to?
Belichick.
I don't know who they would give it to. I don't
They're
know.
not gonna give. They're not that biased.
I don't know
I
who
just
else
know
they
it.
would give it to.
They're not gonna
Even
give
though
it
he
to
can be
Belichick.
deserving, that doesn't mean just because he made Super Bowl, they will give it to him. They will actually give it to him.
Imagine they give it to Pistachio.
It's not even. It's the thing about the fact is not. It's not even the fact that he made the Super Bowl. They won 4 games last year.
And think about this too. Zach Taylor turned a team around that. Like obviously, and
Even though that the Patriots had a bad year last year, but they won more games than Cincinnati. So I'm lost if they give it to Belichick. If they give it to Belichick, then that means I can't say what because we're going to have this as an audio podcast. But just know somebody's riding somebody's coattail if that's the case.
And if they do all of that crap and don't give it to him, that's why I be going. Y'all would know why I be going in there because everything is not so predictable.
If Zach Taylor don't get coach of the year, Donte, we know the NFL is fucking rigged.
The NFL was sucking D for money.
Speaking of,
Hey, one thing I can tell you this.
Get out. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
one thing I'm
going
tell
on,
you this.
Mitch?
I do.
What in the Brady Bunch?
What's up, Mitch?
What the hell?
Hey, coach,
Bruh.
one thing I'm gonna tell everybody that's on this panel. I do know Donovan McNabb did get paid for his chunky soup to blow the game against the Patriots.
They lost by 3.
McNabb was hurt.
Donte.
Yeah.
Hold up, McNabb and Terrell Owens was hurt that whole Super Bowl and only lost by 3.
Hold up. T.O. fought his ass off to come back to play for that Super Bowl.
And he was like,
You know, wait. You know what I gotta say for a response? NA.
You know, and the reason why Tom Brady and them was having a great season. Then you trying to tell me people had the Eagles. They wasn't even giving the Eagles a chance in that Super Bowl. They wasn't, and then for them to lose by 3 with 2 injured players, that speaks how the Patriots defense was. That shows that they really wasn't that good. They just had a great quarterback.
Still hurts me to this day. That Super Bowl is still a thorn in my side.
It's still stupid.
It shouldn't be a thorn. Y'all beat them a couple of years later.
We could have had 2. Damn it. Shit.
Well, shit.
That is true.
At least you got one in the recent era. Unlike the Raiders, we still worried about fucking 1980.
Hey, at least we're not the Cowboys. I mean, come on now.
Or it'd be like the laughing stock, say, "Oh, you guys don't have a fucking ring." Like, oh, blah blah blah. All that jibber jabber.
I hated that. Now it is. Oh, you only got one. Well, y'all was just complaining we didn't have any. Now it's just one. Get out of here. But I do got three basketball topics before we gonna head out of here. The Sixers the hottest team in the East right now.
Yes, sir.
You damn skippy we are.
Oh, now you're Sixers fan, D. Now you're.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
He's always been a Sixers fan.
Hold on. I always been a Sixers fan, but listen, I got him. You can be bipolar with them.
That is true. I agree.
How many times Eric said, "Fuck this team, fuck the Lakers, fuck this team"? I'm not
play on the soundboard.
How many times?
Wait, D, play that on the soundboard.
I'm not on the soundboard. I'm not on the soundboard.
Damn it.
But Eric, you can't say shit to me because you've been fired and rehired with the Lakers so many goddamn times, and I've been fired and rehired with the Sixers as well. So we're even.
No, because I never said I'm not a Lakers fan. I just said fuck this team. You said I'm not a Sixers fan.
You
said free agent.
You did.
Eric, yes, you did.
Clip. Mitch, go clip it. Go show me the clip, and then I'll apologize here. Clip
One
I
thing you'll never
said I'm not a Lakers fan. I said fuck this team.
Play Eric's clips. That's one thing I would never fucking do. I would never throw my Lakers hat down on the fucking ground. I would never do that shit.
Bro, that's me raging. The hell? Shit, we seen you
many,
go
we know we all see me go off.
LeBron
play
violation on the
That clip never.
Bro? What do you expect as the goddamn Spurs, bro? Shit.
That clip never gets old.
Shit.
That never gets old.
Donte gave me hope. Before that clip, Donte gave me hope. Donte was like, "You're coming back from a 20-point lead," and then LeBron travel. I was like, "What the?"
But
Donte gave me context.
Hold up. The Spurs went right on back off after that travel. The Spurs went right back off and out it.
say something real quick. Raiders fans, y'all know they coming out with a 30 for 30 to Chuck rule game, right?
Oh boy.
Well, we already saw Josh McDaniels in his presser say it was a fumble, so I'm just saying. But you notice, but you notice right after Josh McDaniels said that in the press conference that was a fumble, that Tom Brady retires. Ain't that something?
It's so crazy.
I feel that's a super coincidence.
Guess who's talking on the 30 for 30? Tom Brady and Rob Woodson. After Charles Woodson.
I'm tired of Tom Brady asking if it was a fumble and he does not respond at all. But yes, the 76ers are the
hottest team in the NBA. We're half a game out of first place in the East.
No,
if the Bulls lose, we're tied.
Yep.
Hottest team in the East. Yeah, I give them that.
Well, we beat the hottest team in the West, the Memphis Grizzlies last night.
Without Embiid.
Thank you, Tyrese Maxey, Mr. NBA's all rising star.
The Memphis Grizzlies don't even have the best record in the West.
Wait, did Maxey make their
He made the game-winning layup.
Yeah, he's on a rising star team.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Okay, that's my question. If he wasn't, I had a problem with that.
That would be a super problem. I would have a problem with that too.
I think the Suns are the hottest team in the West. I think they're doing pretty good for what they got.
They're gonna lose tonight.
Who are they playing tonight?
They play in Brooklyn tonight.
Oh shit!
That should be a win for Phoenix.
Yeah, that should be a win
for Phoenix.
In basketball, everything is not a guaranteed window. True. Because you see what happened the other night when Brooklyn didn't have KD, Kyrie, or James Harden and still almost beat the Warriors. We're not going to sit here and do that.
Yeah, that's
hell. Even had the Grizzlies. We had the Grizzlies.
Some stuff up at work, so I holler at y'all. What's tomorrow? Wednesday.
Yeah, Fadeaway Podcast tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I would like to get on there and debate. Cause I got some things to talk about.
If it's about Chris Paul and Devin Booker, we're not talking about it.
No, I'm not talking about that. But I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, bro. Hit me up. I got some ideas for the John 5 show too. So hit me up when y'all get off of this John. So I had everybody. All right.
The Sixers won 15 out of their last 18 games. They're 4-8 without a Joel Embiid, who played a good Grizzlies team because John Morant and Desmond Bain was killing it yesterday. I ain't even gonna hold you. I didn't think we was gonna pull this off, but we pulled it off. But we won 5 straight. How is that not the hottest team in the East? let it burn.
Who said
Miami.
Miami is the hottest? They not the hot.
They're on a 3-game losing streak. Or
even
2
though
games.
yeah, but I don't see them as the hottest team. But is there a team that needs to be beat? Yes. But they're not the hottest team in the East. But they're a team that's the team to beat in the East. Them in Chicago. Period.
You know what?
Chicago's
I think
losing the last time I checked.
I think the Sixers are number 1 and the hottest team, and I think Toronto Raptors are number 2 because the Toronto Raptors have been doing pretty good the last week and a half.
And Miami playing them tonight.
Yeah,
right now the Suns are up 7 over the Brooklyn Nets.
But Sixers
let you guys know.
Sixers are number 1 right now because the other
well,
ones
right now,
yes,
Raptors are. They did beat the Heat tonight, 110-106.
All it takes is a winning streak.
Raptors beat the Heat.
Yes, Miami did lose.
I'm telling you, Raptors are the second hottest team.
I said the East.
Right, yeah. So right now, Chicago has a 1-game. Yeah, so Miami's on a 3-game losing
I feel bad
streak.
for Chicago. They're getting injured after injured after injured after.
And one team's catch up on the Heat is the Charlotte Hornets.
Hopefully, this All-Star break will really help them, though. Like, hope so.
LeBron's too scared of a fucking bruised knee.
But he's starting in the All-Star game. Great,
bruh. That bumps them down to 3rd, and we're in 2nd now, and Chicago's still on top. Will the Lakers miss the play-in tournament?
Yes.
No.
Yes. You said the Lakers would make?
Yeah, Lakers.
The Lakers would miss the play-in tournament? No. I don't see that happening.
No.
It could probably be on the edge, but
what's the seed right now?
They're 9. I still don't think they're gonna miss it.
If they're the 9th seed, they're not missing it. If they're
not missing the play. They're not missing the play.
Going to get past even them. I don't think Portland going to get past them. I think the Lakers will obviously catch somebody. They will go to 8, at least to 8 or 7.
I'm telling you, the Lakers going to catch somebody slipping in the play-in tournament and get in the playoffs. I'm telling you.
They're gonna
well, right now they got to play Portland on Wednesday. Thursday they have to play. Wednesday, Thursday they got to play back-to-back against Portland, the Clippers, and then they got the Knicks on Saturday for the next 3 games for the Lakers.
That's not bad.
Right, they already said. I think they might be shutting down LeBron.
They could beat Portland. And they could definitely beat New York.
Yep.
And after that, they got the Milwaukee Bucks. They have 9 total games in February. They got Portland on Wednesday, the Clippers on Thursday, Saturday's the Knicks, Tuesday's the Milwaukee Bucks. Then they're away at Portland. Then they're home. Then away at Golden State. Then they got to play Utah, Clippers, and the Pelicans. That's the 9 games for the Lakers.
It's a lot of tough teams on that schedule too.
Yeah, I think they'll win majority of them. I think we'll lose 3, 4. I think we'll lose 4.
I believe we'll lose 4. And Aaron, don't count out the practice squad Pelicans out because we almost lost to them. Ranky.
You gotta remember the All-Star game. The All-Star break is around the 18th, so you know the ain't no NBA games. But I think they shutting down LeBron until after the All-Star. But this last and final question before we got to get out of here: has Brooklyn and the Bucks fell off?
Brooklyn a little bit. I don't feel like Milwaukee has fallen off, but I mean they have lost some games here and there. But I don't think they've fallen off a ton. I think they're still competitive in the East, but I think Brooklyn, on the other hand, I feel like that they have fallen off a good chunk of time. In other words,
Milwaukee's gonna find their groove later in the year.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Milwaukee's gonna find their groove later.
Don't count out Milwaukee.
I think Brooklyn fell off because of the old bullshit with Kevin Durant being hurt and James Harden being out of shape, and then Kyrie
doesn't want to play
being a part-time player. It's just no chemistry with New York. It's just none. There's no chemistry there. So Brooklyn's the only team in the East that has fallen off from where they were at last year.
And I think not having Kyrie for the whole season,
it hurts them.
Home games is going to definitely hurt them, and not them all playing all three not even bothered about playing together. You know, that's a lot of frustration. That's what come down to hurt him. And James Harden, disgruntled, he's gonna be up out of there. I guarantee he's gonna be up out of there.
It's supposed to be a free agent this summer, so that's gonna make even. And that's the thing too. Like even like last year too. Like if you looked at the amount of games that their big three has played, they didn't play. They had a hard time getting their chemistry. I think it was like 80 something games that the big three played together, and they had a hard time getting their chemistry together. And they still fell off it in the postseason. So it's
their chemistry still stinks because they're never on the field because Kyrie can't play home games. So that's definitely gonna hurt them in the playoffs.
That's true.
And don't forget this all season, you got to pay somebody. James Harden is a free agent, and I don't think he will come back to Brooklyn.
I don't think
he's not coming back to Brooklyn. I'm telling you. He's
And,
not going to Brooklyn like this.
Or the reason why he went to Brooklyn because he got traded just to get out of Houston.
Yeah,
That's why I think that's why.
And now he's gonna pull the same stuff with Brooklyn.
that's why I say payback is a motherfucker.
Karma's a bitch. But other than that,
Karma's a bitch.
James Harden should go to the Warriors so he could just get his ring.
That was his.
Oh hell no!
He wanted to go to them.
Eric,
Actually,
stop
And we still
talking.
traded him to him.
Eric, don't speak to that into existence, please don't.
Wait, what happened? What did he say?
James Harden just should go to the Warriors and get a ring.
Just get a ring. Shit.
That's
Oh my God.
He's
Don't speak that shit into existence.
He wouldn't go to the Warriors, bro. They won't give up nothing. So,
I'm telling you,
even
if James Harden go to the Warriors, I will not watch an NBA game.
He's not going to the
season.
Warriors. He's not going
If
to
it
the
ain't,
Warriors.
if it ain't,
That
I'm
is
telling you right now,
crazy. That is true. A lot of people before the season picked the Lakers and the Nets because of the all-star
and look how that
power
turned out.
that they
That
got.
was the
I'm
dumbest
telling
shit
you.
I've ever seen.
If James Harden go to the Warriors, I'm only watching Sixers games only. I ain't watching no other team. Fuck that.
I love being the underdogs. I don't like being the favorites. I fucking hate it.
Lakers is the under.
The
oh my
Lakers, the
God.
Lakers, as long as LeBron there, Lakers will always be the favorite.
That's what I'm saying.
And you will always have a chance, no matter how down the Lakers will be.
But there you have it, guys. Another 200 seconds in the books. Anybody got any final words before we head on out of here?
Nope.
Nope.
But
I
other
just
than
know
that-
this is going. Just know this is gonna be a 2-part episode. So yeah, good luck.
Great show,
7,200
always
seconds,
fun.
my ass. Just playing with y'all.
But
I'm just lost
we
here.
got Eric. Mitch came in all willy-nilly late, almost about to end it all. He just popped in to say
He just came from Applebee's with having dinner with Orange Cassidy. He's all right.
Hey, did you guys watch
Oh,
my
and
wrestling
Cork
video
Miles.
yet?
How's Cork Miles doing?
Did you guys watch my wrestling video yet?
I know I did. But other than that, did anybody see the picture I sent in the group chat of the AEW Dark matchup? Holy, who let
Yeah,
fucking Beavis and
wasn't it-
Butthead start wrestling? God
What's
damn.
the name look like Beavis?
God. I'm the great Code
But
Audio.
as
The
for the-
Sixers don't stink, let them burn. Them Jaguars do. How about that?
Oh no!
Hey, Doug Peterson might be their head coach.
Yeah, I think he
Who
might go to.
cares?
I
know.
think he might go to Saints.
That's
The
better
best
than
thing-
Rich Bisaccia.
The best thing the Jaguars got is their cars. They don't got nothing else.
Oh God.
But crew, Coach Donte, Philly Sport Talks podcast, aka Robert. We got Eric from the S.C Experience, and
Mr. Lunchables.
money making Mitch, who is Orange Cassidy
Mini-me.
and the Cork Miles' favorite #1 fan. The links are in the
AKA
description.
Cheddar
Make
Bob.
Where did that come
Wait,
from? Where
Please
did that
subscribe
come
to
from?
everybody here in the channel. I mean, because you kind of do look like Cheddar Bob.
I can't unsee it now.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm sponsored by Lunchables. Go get your Lunchables today.
I mean, when
And
Doug
this
said,
episode has been sponsored by Mitch, aka John Cena's #1 fan.
Jeez.
Hey, I'll take that. I'm fine with
Hey,
that.
John
I
Cena.
really don't
You
give a
can't
shit.
see me.
But even though you John Cena's #1 fan,
can't see
your
me.
best friend is Orange. Your best friend is Orange Cassidy.
No, that'd be his
He's
roommate.
better than everyone in WWE. I said that.
I don't think better than Bad Bunny, but
Oh my
I mean, hey,
God.
that's something.
Oh my god!
No, I'm just
I'm not
kidding.
saying
That's
anything.
not a
Oh,
choice.
that is another story
Eric
for
He's done
another
it before.
day.
Eric, you're fired.
Aaron, just go get you some bunny ears and call you Bad Bunny. Just do it.
Oh my God.
He is a bad bunny.
I mean, you perform better wrestling moves than the other people on that goddamn WWE roster.
But yeah,
That's why his name is Bad Bunny, because he's bad.
But make sure y'all come
But
on back
shit,
next
man.
week for another 7,200 second podcast, y'all. But we are out of here. See y'all.
I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you in the hot seat, it's times two. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hook up just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe and that like button too. I heard they want the news.